So in this comfortable balasana, we can arrive to our mat for this evening reflection. Today, no specific topic. My intention is to show you that flow doesn't need to be fast. It doesn't have to be challenging. It can be totally restorative, almost yin-ish. And there is actually a flow possible in yin as well, which I will just show you briefly in one part of this class. We call it yin-yasa. So when you stitch together yin poses in a sequence, of course you don't change the super slow pace and super nourishing aspect of this practice, but you can call it yin-yasa. So it's a kind of super slow vinyasa. So just arriving to your practice, to your body, to your breath, and to your mat with this child pose, surrendering to the ground. Inhaling, observing how the chest expands, exhaling, how it goes down. Inhaling, maybe you can observe how the belly expands, and exhaling, it shrinks back. And just dropping any action, any effort towards the ground. There is nothing else today to do, to learn, to memorize. Just enjoy being with yourself, being on your yoga mat. Few more breaths. Beautiful. And then we will bring some small action to the picture. If you have anything underneath your body, just gently remove it without moving much. And then stretch your arms in the front of your body. With an inhale, we will walk our hands a little bit forward. With exhale, we will drop everything to the floor again. And a few more times like this. Very active. It's very Iyengar style balasana. When we walk a little bit, stretching the back side of our body, a little bit elongating the spine, but also shoulders, arms, and exhaling as you stop this action. Few times like this, a little bit of yang energy to this very gentle balasana. Few more times. This is also a great opportunity to check the boundaries of your body, how much effort you want to put to this practice and how much you don't. And please respect whatever your discovery is. And then with the next inhale, I want you to walk towards the right or left side of your body, whatever organic side is first for you. For me today it's left. And stretching diagonally, elongating the opposite side of the body. So for me, if I shift to the left, I stretch the right side of the body. In balasana still, just preparing for the practice. Few breaths to the sides, diagonally. If you, after a few breaths, find more space, you can walk a little bit further, but no pressure. This is a nourishing flow, that's how I would call it. It's a class that is a mix of yin and yang, but very, very gentle, very restorative part of the flow, very restorative aspect. I try to make this sequence pretty universal. There is only one or two asanas that maybe can be challenging for newcomers or beginners in yoga, but it shouldn't be if we explain it properly. So I wanted to show you that flow doesn't have to be complex, that we don't always have to use very sophisticated asanas or movement. Okay, with inhale, shifting back to the center, taking one exhale here on the way, and then another inhale, walking to the opposite side, stretching the opposite part of the body, opposite side. And again, just enjoying this different sensation in the body. You can decide today how much tension, how much effort you put to your muscular system. You can make it almost yin, almost yin. There will be some action, there will be some muscles involved, but not too much, just enough. Sometimes we relax through movement and tension in the body a little bit better. There is this technique that you tense the body before you let go of all the tension. So this is the idea behind it. In restorative work, sometimes we do involve movement, we do involve action, but not too much. And then again with an inhale, coming to the center. And for the last few breaths, staying in Balasana. And then very mindfully leaning onto the forearms, coming onto your knees, stretching the arms this time with the hips up in the sky, towards the sky, in the air, in Anahata Asana or melting heart pose. Sometimes we call it also puppy pose. So your forehead, or if you prefer your chin is too intense for me, forehead is just perfect. We stretch the upper portion of the body. Beautiful, you are there. If you want to intensify the stretch, you can bend your elbows and bring the palms joined together above your head as well. That's the full puppy pose. Again, this pose exists in yin and yang, both styles. So you decide how much you want to let go of all the effort, all the tension. Sometimes we want still to put some gentle load to our muscular system. So you have a choice. Few breaths here, opening gently the front of the body, the shoulders. Also the sides of the body still. Beautiful. And then very gently and mindfully climbing onto your wrists. If your wrists need some special attention, just bring it first to them. So maybe rotating them on the mat in different directions, maybe flexing the palm, maybe just kind of waking them up. If they really need proper warm-up, sit on the heels and warm it up like you like. I assume you had morning practice, so they are not totally sleepy. They have some awareness. Just gently waking them up in all fours is also a nice exercise. Usually people appreciate it, but if it's too much load straight away, of course we can release our students and sit on the heels for a moment. Few breaths for the wrists. Beautiful. And then gently starting from cats and cows. Inhaling when you arch, exhale when you round the spine in your own rhythm, just like every time. I told you, this is very, very famous warm-up for all the flows, but also when you have restorative or yin. We don't want to really warm up the body, but we want to kind of bring some flow, some energy also to our tissues. So it's always a nice beginning, and it's a kind of routine so your student feels safe, feels the class is predictable, you don't do anything crazy, surprising. Beautiful. And then choose first side for thread the needle. So either I will choose the left just for the demonstration. I open the chest and the side of my body towards the ceiling, and then I bring the left palm, the left arm between the right and the right hip, and gently waking up the other portion of the shoulder, more back side. We stretch them on the front in puppy pose. Now we want to do opposite thing. Very slow, gentle warm up. Warm-up is also, as I told you last week, to check on our body, what we start our practice with, how it feels, which parts to protect, which parts want to be kind of left alone, and which parts want to move, wants to be stretched or strengthened. Inhaling back to the center, exhale back to the all fours and changing the side. Inhale as I raise, exhale as I sneak my arm between the other arm and the thigh and finding the comfortable thread the needle on the other side. If you want to go deeper, of course, you can also stretch the leg to the side or backwards, twisting a little bit deeper, almost rolling panda. Pretty famous and funny shape for yin yoga. But don't force your body to anything. Just enjoy this gentle stretch. Few more breaths. And then with an inhale, going out of the pose. Exhaling, coming to the center. And again, cat and cow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. So see, we gradually keep mobility of the spine and the entire body in this very gentle practice. Inhale the right leg to the side. Beautiful. Inhale, another inhale. So exhale here when you rest. Inhale, opening the arms and the chest towards the sky, and either keep the arms open if you like this, or you can rest the upper palm on your hip. Just enjoying this different stretch. I feel it in my groins here. I feel it in my groins here. I feel the spiral line as well. Simple shape. Everybody can do it unless there is some injury in your wrists, but it's very rare. Again, inhale, arm up if it's not there. If it's there, then inhale. Exhale, coming to the center. Now shifting the weight a little bit backwards. Inhale, lifting the entire trunk and arms to the ceiling. Beautiful. And then leaning to the leg that is on your side. So for me, it's right one. Beautiful. The gate pose, Parigasana. Stretching the side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring the knee to the center. And we change the side. So again, try to make it like vinyasa tuned with the breath. Inhale, left leg to the side. Exhale, sink. Inhale, open the chest and arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, palm to the hip, or if you like this stretch, stay there up. It's a kind of front kneeling dancer. Very beautiful, dynamic pose. Very simple, accessible for almost everybody. If your palm is on the hip, next inhale, you stretch your arms back up to the sky. If it's in the sky, just take inhale. Exhale, close your body, bringing the palm to the mat, shifting the weight. Inhale, lifting the entire trunk and arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, gently flexing laterally towards the straight leg. Inhale up, exhale back, palms to the floor, knee to the floor. With the inhale, we will tuck our toes under. Exhale, lift yourself into the downward facing dog. Let's stay here 5 breaths. It's one of the most intense poses this evening, so don't worry, it will be not any worse. But I want us to make some nice yang, very stable effort. Maybe this shape can release your tension on the posterior side of the body. Sometimes we have some tension, some blockages. Beautiful. One inhale here. Exhale, knees to the floor. Inhale, arch your back as extension of this movement. Exhale, round your back. Cat and cow again. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale to the center. Exhale, just lower your chest and chin towards the floor in Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide into gentle cobra. But we don't stay in active cobra today. It's a very gentle class for mobility of the spine, among other aims. So you can stay on your forearms. You can use the support of the arms here. Exhale, lie on your chest to the floor. Stretch your both arms to the sides and choose the first side you will turn onto. So for me it will be right. So my right arm is on the right side. My left palm will help me to twist towards the ceiling. And I don't know if you remember, but I love to have the block underneath my head here because I don't like the strain of the head. It's pretty far for me, for my head, for my neck, from the floor. Opening the wings, opening the shoulder gently, not too long, not too deep, just as much as it feels fine for you. One more inhale here. Exhale, gently coming back to the center. 2 breaths, not too long. We want to make it more yin-yasa, more flowy yin. Just stabilizing the breath, the heartbeat, letting the sensation fade away. And then again with inhale, I open my body towards the ceiling on the other side. I reach for my block. I really like this pillow underneath my head. And let's make the next inhale the last. Inhale here. And exhale back to the center. Resting in crocodile for just 2 breaths. And then lifting yourself with inhale back to arching the spine, cow, and rounding the spine, cat. Another one, inhale up, exhale, head down. Inhale, tuck your toes, spine is neutral. Exhale, push yourself to downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. It's a very stable, very slow flow, but it's still flowy. I still try to merge the transitions with the breathing for people. So it gives the impression of being on the move, even though we are pretty static, almost like in Hatha, but with the softer angle. So I want you to remember that when you create your flows, your classes, you can play with the pace, the rhythm, the intensity, the sequence, but you can also intensify or reduce intensity by just juggling the flow into the super slow, into more fast or super fast. Inhale here, exhale, knees to the ground. Right foot goes between the palms. Inhaling, we lift our trunk and arms up to the sky. Low lunge. Beautiful. Exhale, we will turn our chest and hips to the long side of the mat, like in Warrior 2. Beautiful. Inhale up, like in Warrior 1. Exhale, we twist to another side. going a little bit down. You don't have to go so deeply because this twist is pretty complex. Inhale up. Exhale to the open side, like warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale to the opposite side. Twist gently. Inhale up. Last time. Exhale to warrior two. Beautiful. And then bring the back palm to the hips and we reverse this warrior, mini warrior on the floor. Inhaling here. Exhale, Parshva Konasana. So my forearm is on the top of my thigh and the opposite arm is over my head. Inhaling to the center. Exhale, drop both palms to the floor. The knee goes back. Again, cat and cow. Inhale when you arch. Exhale when you round. 2 more times. Inhale. This is a refrain of this flow as you see. It's very easy. It's very mild but very effective. Exhale, round. Inhale to the center. Exhale, stop. And again. Inhale the front foot between our palms. Exhale, sink. Inhaling, lifting the arms to the sky. Beautiful. And we start the flow. Mini warrior two. Exhale. Inhale through the center. Exhale, twisting to the another side. And you can try to find your expression of these arms because it's not so organic for us. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale through the center. Exhale, twist. Inhale through the center. Exhale, mini warrior two and stay here. Again, the back palm touches my back hip. Inhaling, reversing the warrior, butt on the floor. And exhale, mini Parshva Konasana. The forearm on the thigh, other arm is stretched diagonally. Inhale up. Exhale, palms to the floor. Inhale, joining the knees together, and exhale, sinking in Balasana, the child pose. Stay here 5 breaths. So when you work with people who are not super fit, but they want to be, maybe they had some injury, maybe they had some disease, maybe they didn't take care of their body for too long, this is accessible. What you can also offer is a lot of breaks between some actions. In slow flow, you can also explain them more, what we are doing, what we feel where. So it's not always that in Vinyasa we need to rush so much. Vinyasa has different shades. This is the cool shade of Vinyasa. Beautiful. One more breath. And then lifting yourself up into all fours. Again, cat and cow 3 times. This is the refrain of our flow. So people also know what to do. They feel, oh, I know it already. This is easy. I know this. I know how to do that. Inhale. And then tucking your toes under. Bring yourself gently onto your heels. If this is too strong, stay on your palms. If you want to make it stronger, we stretch plantar fascia to remind you. You can absolutely put the load on your heels. If it's really, really not comfortable, you can always sit on something so the load on your plantar fascia and your ankles is not so strong. Okay, so this is toe squat. We don't stay here super, super long, but it's really nice opportunity. And also I want to open your quadriceps because I will show you today half saddle, one of the beautiful poses that I think we didn't experience together yet, and I want to show it to you. So this is super cool. Three more breaths in and out. If you want to make some flow here, it's also doable, of course. We could raise the arms and twist. If you want, we can also look for flow to the sides, depending on the proportion of people. So in this static style that yin is, you can also find the movement. You can always find the release for people. Beautiful. Coming back to all fours, and this time bringing the right leg in the front of the left, opening the shins to the side and finding nice way onto your buttocks, which is either Gomukhasana or shoelace, depending if you want to make it more yin or yang. If you don't feel super comfy, we all can sit on something. I will demonstrate today without props. It's not so difficult either. And again, before we sink into the static version of this pose, to remind you the target you should feel somewhere like. Can be quadriceps, but more likely it's IT band or side of the hips or deep rotators. Of course, because we are still vertical, is not super intense yet, but it will be when we fold forward. But before we fold forward, we inhale here, arms up, and exhale, we lean to one side. Inhale up, exhale, arms down, inhale, other arm up, exhale, down. So see, you can break every movement into vinyasa. Inhale, exhale. Let's repeat one more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Another side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then inhale, both arms go up, and exhale, we twist gently to the side of the upper leg. So for me, it's right on the top of the left, so I twist to the right. Inhale through the center, and exhale, I twist to the left. And again, let's repeat it 2 times so you will remember this movement. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up, and exhale, twist. Inhale up, and finally exhale, folding forward as much as you can or want. Doesn't have to be super deep, especially that this leg is always on the way, so maybe it compresses you. And here you can maybe feel the sides of your legs or hips or glutes or deep rotators. And if not, that's totally fine. It's good for digestion at least, even if you don't feel any lateral myofascial lines, it's totally fine to feel just nice, yummy forward fold. Three more breaths in this pose. If you find more space, you can go a little bit deeper. And after third one, with an inhale coming to the center gently. And instead of rebound, we do the next shape. So my top knee will go under my left foot into the deer pose. Inhale as I raise my trunk and spine up. Exhale as I twist. As many times as I want this transition to finally reach my forearm or even chest on the floor into the deer. And we stay there for 10 deep breaths. If you don't want to go with the chest to the floor, it's totally fine to stay upright, because you decide today how much yin and how much yang you want to go. So there are parts of this practice that are more flowy and active and energizing, and there are more relaxing, restorative parts, so you can choose what you want more. 10 long, deep breaths. And with the next inhale, very slowly and gently using support of your palms, coming back to the up deer. Exhaling, coming back to the center. Inhale here and exhale. This leg is twisting now into the square shape. If the square shape is not available for you, totally fine. You can make an easy pose or even butterfly. Functionally for yin is the same group of asanas. So we want the right leg on the top of the left, but if it doesn't happen today, it's totally fine not to. And again, before we go to the forward fold, we will make lateral stretches and the twist. So you see the yin plus flow is possible, okay? So, inhale, we raise first arm up to the sky. For me it's left, but I don't want to guide you through the directions because you can choose. Exhale, leaning to the side. Inhale up. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, opposite arms up. Exhale, leaning to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time in your own rhythm. Try to really merge the breath and the movement. So while the foundation is steady and still, the other parts can flow, removing the blockages, stagnation, speeding up the circulation and the chi prana. And then twist. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, twisting. Inhaling up, twisting with exhale to the opposite side. And again, make it 2 or 3 times. This is your choice. This is your practice. It's like a moving meditation. So we are very stable. We don't have to contract muscles. It's not standing sequence. Everything is on the floor today. But at the same time, we can keep on flowing, keep on moving. Finally, inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. We stay here for 10 long, deep breaths. Doesn't have to be ujjayi, but if it happens naturally in your body, feel free to continue ujjayi breath. It's also great. Doesn't have to be. The target is similar in all these 3 poses, that's why it's okay to merge them. We could stay in one of them for 3 minutes, or we can use 3 of them, 1 minute each. And the effect on the tissues may be a little bit different, but similar to what it could be if you just made shoelace for 3 minutes. If you discover more space after a while, go a little bit deeper, but don't put any pressure on your body. It's not about where to go, how deeply, it's what you feel. It's how you feel, how your body receives these shapes, what it tells you, what it teaches you, how it nourishes your body. That's the whole point. With the next inhale, climbing gently on your palms to the center, and then we shift the side. So this time the right leg is on the floor. Unless you make opposite than me, just reverse. The top leg is down, the down leg is on the top. And again, inhaling, exhaling, leaning to the sides 2 or 3 times, and then twisting in this shape, and at the end coming to the forward fold for another 10 breaths. Now I give you a little bit more space for your individual pace because I realized that my guidance can be a little bit different. In India I had this beautiful teacher who was teaching pranayama every day at 5 a.m. and he always counted for us the breaths. And one day we all would be so annoyed because everybody had different rhythm of the breath, and you know, he was just disciplining our breath, but it's not so easy to adjust the breath to someone's commands. And then he looked at us and he knew, and he said, finally, I'm proud of you. You have your own rhythm. You don't need me anymore. So the moment I'm annoying for you, That's a great moment for every teacher because it means you know better. You learned everything. You can choose for yourself. You don't need anyone to guide you. At the end, come to the forward fold in the square, and we will reverse the order. I wanted to show you a little bit different sequencing for yin, yasa, yin with movements. Very intuitive flow, very slow, but allowing people not to be in the rigidity of the stillness and silence. Usually people really like this kind of classes, so you can try with your clients. So when I said this flow is almost for everybody, I meant that square shape is not. So you can replace it with the butterfly, or if shoelace is already a challenge, make it half shoelace, and then you can still play with the same sequence. A few more breaths here. Feeling the nice stretch, hopefully, either on the side of your legs or deep in the glutes or IT band, tensor fascia lata, or wherever else you feel it is actually fine because your body is great. And after 10th, inhaling, lifting yourself using support of your palms into the center, and then we reverse the side. So see, now will be the deer. My top knee goes underneath the foot, front foot. So for me, it's left knee underneath the right foot. Again, inhaling, lengthen, exhaling, twisting. I find in 3 parts or 4 parts my way into the sleeping deer. So either on the forearms or bolsters or on the floor, twisting spirally your body. Beautiful spiral, myofascial meridian, super great connection in your body to be stretched. Even if you don't feel much, trust me, it's great for your body what we are doing right now. Staying here for 10 breaths. With every exhale, maybe you can find a millimeter or micromillimeter of space inside, somewhere. Maybe letting go of something mentally, emotionally, but something is always coming. Because space is always extending, also in our body, also in our mind. And after 10, with an inhale, lifting yourself up on your palms, exhale, coming to the center and closing this sequence. So this back leg, the back leg goes on the top of the front one, and we will make a shoelace on the other side that we started. Okay, and again, before we go forward, our routine with stretching to the sides first, and then to twist, and then sinking in to the forward fold into the shoelace. Take your time. Now you know the sequence, you know the rhythm. Just feeling good, feeling oneness with your body, with your tissues. Maybe there is some sensation happening. Just embracing this experience as well. If you want to stay somewhere on the way longer, that's your flow, that's your body, of course, please feel free. If you don't want to fold forward today because you just want to stay a little bit more into the center, that's fine too. Just finding this perfect option for yourself. Remember, every day we are also different, so having this beautiful curiosity for your body. How this feels today when I do it to you? Is it helpful? Is it good? Do you want to step back? Your body is your best friend, your body is your child. So when we treat our body this way, we are staying in a very beautiful relationship for the entire life. So don't be angry, just like mom cannot be really angry with the baby for, getting grumpy, tired, sleepy, or hungry. Our body has all the rights to be as it is. And again, after 10, inhaling using support of the palms, coming to the center. And then very mindfully, maybe using support of your hands, releasing these legs in the front of you. Just staying here for a few breaths, maybe shaking the legs, maybe staying in stillness before we go on our back. I mean, don't go yet because you will have a choice and you don't know how to make it from the back. So I will show you. While you are resting, don't start your next movement yet because your legs need some love. You can even tap them if you want. I will show you what happens next. So this is half saddle that I wanted to show you today, and this whole preparation was for that. So half saddle is when I bend one leg, either internally rotating the femur, or in yin can be external rotation, so I can totally go like that. The other leg will be either standing or straight here, or I will show you my favorite option when I will go fully to the pose. And then either on the bolster, but today I feel inspired not to use the props, going onto the back, finding my great back bends, and the whole point is to stretch the front of the body. This leg can be standing, lying, in every angle possible you like. My favorite is, if you can, safely for you, make lotus. This is one of my favorite experience in the universe. I just love it. My body loves it. But of course, not everybody will love it. So you can stand or straighten the leg. Half saddle. Remember, this doesn't have to be internal rotation. Why it's important? Because for some people, they don't have internal rotation. So they have to externally rotate the femur. If this pose is absolutely not for you today, even with bolster, with two, doesn't happen, of course you can always come to the reclined butterfly waiting for the rest. If you prefer, instead of half saddle, but I really love half saddle, one of my favorite pose, you can of course make a full saddle, and it can be on the bolster or without, with two legs at the time. Finding the nice stretch for the front of the body. I really feel my quads today. I had Zumba class on Wednesday. The quadriceps still didn't recover that crazy part. Okay, so find your way, and here we will stay for good 2 minutes for each side. But of course, if it's too long for you, you will be absolutely allowed to go out. And I will time it for you. We finished the flowy part. Now we get to the main dish that is super nourishing, super relaxing. And I time it for you. If at any point you feel discomfort in the knee, in the hip, in the lumbar spine, saddle is one of the most complex poses in yin. And in general, in yoga, I would say reclined hero is the prototype from yang perspective. You can totally leave this shape. It's all about trying, about educating yourself. Maybe it's not the day for it. It's fine, accept it. Remember, the more you set up boundaries and safety policy for your own body, the better teacher you will become, because that's where this has the beginning. If I can let go of my ego and just drop it because it's not happening today, I can teach it to my students. If you are very rigid for yourself, but you can say in your classes, oh, take it easy, you don't have to do it. Usually it doesn't sound very true. Double standards is something that I really am sensitive about. So start with ahimsa for yourself. We have 1 minute left on this side. If you would like to change anything, try something different. Angles and alignment in yin is completely customized, individual choice. It's really this exploration of your own body. There is no universal one setup for all, unlike in yang styles. Beautiful. And then 3 deep inhales and exhales. After which, gently either going up and out of the pose, finding the rebound, or as you are lying already on the floor, I like actually economy of movements. So I would always just gently remove this leg that is bent in the front, finding the still neutral rebound for 1 minute, just a few good breaths, and then I would change the side. I will let you know to change the side. So now just focus on rebounding yourself, letting go of any action, any task, enjoying all the sensations, maybe residing in some front portion of your body, quadriceps, maybe hip flexors, maybe chest, maybe belly. We are different, it's totally fine. No pain is the only rule I'm asking you to respect. The rest is up to you. And then slowly and mindfully preparing for changing the side. If you need to sit up to change the side, please go ahead. If you don't need to do it, you just kind of lean to the side and kind of sneak this leg underneath, finding the saddle on the other side. If your body already figured how to do it, please go ahead. If not, of course, come back to the center and start building the pose from the foundations. We are different. Both things are correct. Remember also, please, the left and right in yin yoga doesn't need to be the same, identical. Mirroring situation can be different. At this point of this class, apart from stretching the anterior line, superficial and deep, we just want to relax and really let go of anything, keeping our heart a bit open, shoulders open if possible, quadriceps stretched if you feel this. If you don't feel any stretch in your quadriceps in saddle, I recommend you a Zumba class, after which you will feel double impact of every flexion of the knee in your body. We have 1 minute left on this side. And then 3 deep breaths in and out. After which, find the best way to the either short rebound and then you can set yourself up into final relaxation, or if you want to stay in this neutral shavasana for the final relaxation, that's fine with me. What I would suggest today instead for you would be the waterfall against the wall. So I'm going close to the wall and I just lift my legs on the wall, allowing the gravity to take everything that I don't need from these heavy legs that carry my body every day and practices a lot of warriors and Zumba and all the stuff. If that's not feeling super appealing to you, of course, neutral shavasana is great. Or I wanted to smuggle one more information for you because you know that I like educating people. The asana that you might not know, and maybe you will not try it today, but keep it into your mind that it exists, it's hammock. So I take my belt and I put it behind the skull, behind the head, on this very occipital ridge, like a very flat part of my skull. I have to go a little bit forward, and then I bind my feet into this belt and I just relax in this very similar shape to legs against the wall, draining the legs, draining the veins, very restorative part, very kind of good for our insomnia, regeneration, heavy legs, tiredness in general. So choose one of those at the end. We will have here 5 minutes for everything and then I will bring you back and just in this final shape, try to relax, maybe cover your eyes and just let go of everything. There is no more flow, there is no more yin, there is no more vinyasa, there is no more new concepts, no more new asanas. There is just you, your breath and your body. We have around 2 minutes left. If you'd like to stretch your entire body in Shavasana, the final rebound at this very moment, you are more than welcome. If you enjoy where you are, now you can stay till the end of the class here, enjoying the nice influence of this shape on you. And then take last 5 deep nourishing inhales and exhales. Feeling the flow now more inside of your body than outside, not so much in your actions, but more in your sensations or thoughts or feelings. This flow of energy is constant whether we move or not, but it's better to feel it when we move first and then when we stop moving. That's why it's so nice to contrast it for people as well. Bring your awareness to your feet and your palms. Start moving your fingers and toes, gently waking up the body, taking it out of this practice back to reality. If you like full body stretch, you can bring your arms over the head and stretch the entire body. All sounds are welcome, just like when you wake up in the morning and start your day, or like your animals do. My dog loves stretching, especially after sleeping for long. And then whenever your body is ready, turning onto your favorite side. Traditionally, it is right one. If you're pregnant, it is left one. And you can choose today. Staying with your eyes closed, your focus beautifully inwards. Observing what's happening inside in your thoughts, your emotions, your physical body. And start noticing surrounding, all the noises around, temperature of the air on your face, on your palms, on your neck. Sending gratitude to all the cells, all the tissues, all the experiences that your body offers you today. And then whenever your body or you is ready, lift yourself into any seated comfortable pose just to close the practice, close the day. Notice how you feel, how you transform the energy from the beginning to the end of this class, and be thankful for any experience. It's all about learning, not achieving anything else than self-knowledge. Inhaling, we will stretch our arms up to the sky. Exhale, we'll bring our palms to the heart center. We'll do it 3 times. Inhale up. Exhale down. And the last one, the big one. Inhaling up, stretch, stretch, stretch. And exhale, bring the palms to heart center. Your forehead follows, bowing to yourself, to your practice, to your body, to your mind. And then inhaling, coming to center, rubbing gently your palms together, bringing the warmth to your eyes, your cheeks, neck, or anything else, any other parts of the body that needs some support right now. Waking up gently, coming back to the reality. Thank you for beautiful energy as always and practicing with me. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Tomorrow I will meet you at 11:30 for sequencing continuity, and then after lunch, business aspects of yoga. When I say business, it's not about money, it's about professional career. So if you have any questions or doubts, bring it with you. And then in the afternoon session, I want to see your small flows. You don't have to worry, even if you are not creative. Sometimes we don't feel creative. I have this a few times per week. So just make, warrior 1 into warrior 2, in the reverse warrior, Parshvakonasana, something from Ashtanga, something that is super common. So you don't have to work on this level of sequencing, but you can work on actually teaching it with nice vocabulary, because teaching vinyasa is a little bit different, and I want to push you towards this than hatha. A little bit similar to sun salutation, but it's a little bit more freedom of intention and your personality. So that's the point of this exercise. Okay, if you have any questions, send me a message and I will be there for you. Enjoy the rest of Saturday and see you tomorrow. Namaste. Ciao, ciao, ciao.